Welcome to the Octavius Gould Experience, and I'm your host, Octavius Gould. Today, I'm excited to bring to you episode 24 titled Takeoff to Success in 2023. First, I would like to wish everyone Happy New Year. My friends, I am so pumped and ready to help my audience and coaching clients have an epic 2023. This is an important episode because, as you professionals know, it's mission critical that we kick off the year with a PPP. No, not the one from the government. I mean preparedness, positivity, and productivity. To have an epic year, it's imperative that we have our personal as well as our professional lives in order and working well. So please do me a favor for a second. Imagine yourself as the pilot of your life. You just jumped into the cockpit and now it's time to take off to 2023. Not so fast. There are a few things that you need to do to prepare yourself for a successful flight. Now, I am a nervous flyer, so I'm thankful that the FAA requires pilots to conduct pre-flight checks. Unlike some people who think they can just level up without any preparation, pilots are required to sign a flight plan. They're also required to conduct a cockpit check. They're leaders, so they also must ensure that their crew members are ready to provide a great customer experience. With that said, here are 10 tips to ensure that you take off into 2023 and experience a successful journey. Number one, do a deep dive into 2022. What you want to do is peel back that onion to determine what worked, what didn't work, and what, if anything, you would do differently. You also want to identify who helped you the most and thank them. They'll appreciate that you recognize their efforts, and they'll probably do more to even help you in 2023. It's also important that you don't feed off of last year's success too long, but you also don't want to dwell on last year's failures beyond today. Number two, do some self-reflection. What do I mean? My friends, self-reflection is a mental process you can use to gain a greater understanding of who you are, your values, and your motives for certain actions. When we self-reflect, we become more conscious of what motivates us. We also position ourselves to make life improvements that will enhance our well-being. Self-reflection isn't necessarily an easy thing to do or practice. Many people I know choose to self-reflect while meditating. I've tried meditating in the past, but I haven't done it on a consistent basis, and it's something that I want to do more of in 2023 because it provides us with a new perspective or clarity of purpose. It's also something that will allow leaders to respond more effectively. I found that my own self-reflection allowed me to gain more empathy and emotional intelligence. Number three, don't muster up a New Year's resolution. Instead, I recommend SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Why should you set SMART goals? My friends, this strategic approach will do several things. When you use SMART goals or the SMART goal framework, you'll rid yourself of confusion and gain more clarity. Also, setting SMART goals will help you understand exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it to achieve your desired outcome. I found that it allowed me to set clearer timelines, and it also allowed me to track my progress. So when setting SMART goals, make sure that you also write them down and share them with family and friends. What do they say? A dream not written down or a goal not written down is just a dream. That's exactly how it goes. So write your SMART goals down. When I was in corporate America, I even shared my goals with my executives who I reported to because I wanted them to understand that I was on top of my business and I was ambitious and I knew where I was and where I needed to go, but more importantly, what I needed to do to get there. But keep in mind that it's perfectly fine if you revise your SMART goals when necessary. You can also check out episode 6 to learn more about the power of SMART goals. I did an episode last year that I think will come in handy. Number 4, get organized. Clean out that email. Get those old emails out of your inbox, put them in folders. use a system that works for you, but clean it up. It'll allow you to be more efficient. Also, set up your calendar. I like to color code activities throughout my calendar for the week or the month. Now, I may take it a little too far, so you don't have to do that. Do whatever works best for you, but organize your calendar. And here's something that everyone should consider doing. Utilize tools and technology at your disposal. I can remember years ago hearing someone talk about the fact that most people use less than 50% of the features and functionality on their mobile phones. And that was years ago. So imagine today in 2023, how many features we're not taking advantage of in our Droid or iPhone that can make us more efficient and more effective. What you can do is talk to someone at Apple. Go to the Apple store, see if you can, get someone in a corner and talk to them about some of the features that they'll recommend that may help you in your personal as well as your professional lives. And I'm quite sure you have some technical folks or tech savvy individuals at your office who could probably help you out as well. What I like to do is I talk to my kids, my 19-year-old and my 12 going on 13, or actually she's 12 going on 30. They know those phones and they normally can figure out what to do to make me more efficient. For example, my daughter, when she was 11, showed me how to record videos off of my phone by the swipe of my finger. I didn't even know it, but the kids could help you out. The next thing you could do is create a budget. Why is this important? Financial difficulties will cause interference and is one of the main contributors to professionals lacking focus, having poor productivity, and bad attitudes in the workplace. Think about companies such as Enron, WorldCom, and some of the other organizations that were taken over by the US government, who then sent their C-level executives to prison due to financial fraud. Most of these individuals had sound business ethics, but at some point got greedy. Was it due to their financial home being out of order, greed, or other factors? I don't know. I wasn't there, although I did work for MCI when they were acquired by WorldCom. And one of the things that I do know is that most financial fraud is a result of the pressures that people have by not managing their personal finances appropriately. And that includes embezzlement. Number 5, schedule self-care and home care appointments. Get that annual physical done. Go see your dentist, schedule home repairs, change those filters, change out those smoke alarm batteries, do those car repairs, because cutting corners now will cut open your pockets later. These things are important because if left unhandled, they'll cause major inconveniences later to you, your employer, and even your customers. Number 6, set up a wellness plan. Get your most important home in order, which is your body. Commit to exercising, and that can include walking or taking the stairs during the course of the day. You also want to focus on nutrition. I work out 6 days a week, but I am pretty bad in the nutrition area. I'm still learning how to cook in the kitchen. I am a grill master, but in the kitchen, that's a whole different story. So I need to make sure that I meal prep and focus on my nutrition in 2023. Also, make your mental well-being a priority. I'll repeat that. Make your mental well-being a priority. One of the things you can do is talk to your human resource team to ascertain what type of programs they have that you can take advantage of at low to no cost. We've all seen it in the news recently. A celebrity committed suicide, and many of the people closest to him weren't aware that he was even dealing with internal challenges or difficulties. And this is something that happens consistently every month, every year. People dealing with a tremendous amount of stress, whether in their personal or work life, and the folks around them being unaware that anything is wrong. So if you work for an organization and you're dealing with stress, you're feeling depressed, take some time to speak to the professionals in your human resources department to see what resources they have available for you to take advantage of. And if you're an entrepreneur, there are many organizations out there that you can tap into that will assist you as well, since you may not have a human resource department because you own the company. So conduct some research. You can Google, you can talk to professionals within different organizations in your local area to figure out what's available to you. Commit to having work-life balance. And this is something that I did great at in 2022. In the past, it was an area of needed development and work on my part. But in 2022, I did pretty good. And I think it's a result of 2020. I was forced to slow down for the first time in my life and take time to think about what was most important to me on a professional as well as personal level. And I adopted a new way of going about my daily activities in my business. And what I understood was that it's not necessarily cool to grind all the time. You know, we always talk about we like to grind. I think that some of the most successful professionals aren't the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who work the smartest, not the ones who work the longest. They're the ones who get the most done in the shortest amount of time. So work-life balance is really important. And never forget, health is wealth. Number 7, do a mindset shift. This is when your mind changes from one way of thinking to a different way of thinking. If you're a person who thinks mostly negative thoughts and then you gradually start to think positive thoughts, you are considered to be a person who experienced a mindset shift. And here are a few ways that you can change your mindset. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Nearly everyone, my friends, hold on to limiting beliefs that prevent them from realizing their dreams. Some people are facing fears that are preventing them from pursuing or achieving their dreams. And if you're in that situation, seek out a mentor, someone who can help you and guide you for free. Or if you're in position to hire a life coach or a business coach, get one of those professionals in your camp. They can help you tackle your fears and provide you with a roadmap to potential success. Shift your perspective. One of the ways you can shift your perspective is go on a full day, 2-day, or 3-day retreat. It's a way to clear your head by getting away from the distractions. I also recommend to some of my clients that they do a detox by eliminating negativity, negative people, and negative things. Number 8, develop a vision board. Vision boards are really cool because they give you a clear direction to where you want to go for several areas of your life. They also allow you to visualize what goals you want to achieve. And when you create a physical vision board, my friends, you can even touch what represents your vision, because vision boards are a constant reminder of what your priorities are. I like to say, think of it as a board filled with a collage of pictures and affirmations of a person's dreams and desires. It's designed to serve as a source of inspiration and source of motivation. And what's interesting, according to Psychology Today, mental practices like visualization can increase your motivation, your confidence, and even your motor performance. And in fact, I can recall decades ago when I was playing college football, I read a study where researchers found that in athletes, visualization was almost as effective as physical practice. Now, my coaches wouldn't buy into that. And I'm quite sure most coaches wouldn't, because they want you on that practice field. Maybe someone like Phil Jackson, the NBA Hall of Fame coach, who coached Michael Jordan, who coached Kobe. He was coach for the Bulls, coach for the Lakers. I think he spent a stint with the New York Knicks as well. That didn't go as well, but he's won many championships. So he did extremely well with the Lakers and the Bulls. So he may be the only coach who may buy into that one, but I am with it, especially for leaders. I like to visualize my success. If I am getting ready for a keynote, I want to visualize my breathing, how I'm going to calm myself, how I am going to draw in my audience, and how I'm going to close and make sure that I have people on the edge of their seats. If I'm going into a seminar that I'm facilitating for coaching clients, I want to visualize potential questions that they may have, challenges that they may face. I want to visualize how I'm going to own my space, where I'm going to stand, how I am going to prevent myself from walking around or having that lighthouse effect by turning my head too often. So all of these things are things that I will visualize prior to the start of an important event to make sure that I'm in tune with what's happening. So visualization is key. Number 9, create or enhance your LinkedIn profile. I did a photo shoot in September, all the way in my hometown in New Jersey. Key Art Photo did amazing work. My new headshot, my friends, enhanced my LinkedIn profile instantly. So if you don't want to do a photo shoot and dish out the money, that's perfectly fine. Your iPhone or Droid will work perfectly and give you a fresh look that you can put onto your LinkedIn profile. So that's a start, because you'll also benefit from some other additional enhancements like refreshing your headline. A well thought out headline will paint a picture for your target audience, helping them identify who you are, who you serve, and what problems you solve. Then I also recommend enhancing your experience. You want to update your current job description and incorporate changes to your responsibilities. I also recommend that you add achievements earned over the past year or so, as well as any pertinent information that will enhance your influence, such as projects that earned you some kudos. If you're an entrepreneur, one of the things you may want to do is add links to your website or link tree. My link tree connects my target audience to my social media sites, my website, YouTube videos, events, and my podcast with just one hyperlink. Other things you may want to consider, my friends, is adding new awards and honors, certifications, and skills. LinkedIn has enhanced many of their features and functionality, so I recommend exploring the various ways you can leverage the tool. Number 10, if you're a leader, be more coach-like. Schedule one-on-one meetings with your employees. Having individual meetings with each team member will have a tremendous impact on your organization. It will enhance or rebuild meaningful working relationships while providing insight into potential issues that may be festering. You'll also have an opportunity to ascertain each person's goals, challenges, and areas of development, which will all help you increase productivity and optimize performance. When I was a sales leader in corporate America, I refrained from jumping on my laptop the first day back from a long vacation. I wanted to sit down and have meaningful conversations with my team members. It allowed me to enhance the working relationships with individuals who I normally didn't engage with. A lot of leaders will spend significant time working with the top performers while neglecting the people who need the most work and help. You have to identify the individuals on your team who can make the greatest jump from year to year and invest in them and make sure that they're investing in themselves as well. Because post-pandemic, we are living in a hybrid work environment that has created unprecedented challenges for leaders. Because employees are the most important assets of your organization, it's imperative that you gain a clear understanding of each professional's abilities, their challenges, and communicate to them where they stand and how they can increase their productivity, but more importantly, as the leader, how you can help them increase their productivity and performance. You want to empower them to make the work environment more conducive to success. And my friends, here are a few questions that you can ask each team member during your one-on-one meetings. Ask them what worked in 2022, where they got stuck, and what they might do differently in 2023. I also recommend that you discuss the most important metric used in 2022 to determine their level of success or shortcomings. You want to also identify how well they did in meeting their individual goals as well as your goals and the objectives of the organization. Then figure out what type of support or tools they need to be more successful. As a leader, it's your responsibility to identify the obstacles that you can help remove to make them more effective and more efficient. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, we are now prepared for takeoff. We are currently first in line due to the flight check going smoothly throughout the podcast. I ask that you please fasten your seatbelts at this time and secure all carryover baggage from 2022 underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. You actually won't be needing it where we're going. We also ask that you make sure that your mindset and focus are in the upright position. Please turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, so you can focus on what's important throughout the course of the year. I know it's 2023, technology is there. At least shut it down when necessary so you can communicate more effectively. Negativity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Should we experience any sudden turbulence, stay calm and listen to one of my podcast episodes. No oxygen will drop down from the above your seat, but it will help you if you pause and think through your thoughts. If you're a leader on this journey with employees, make sure that you gather your composure first before trying to help your team members. And in the very likelihood that we have an emergency in 2023, your training, competencies, and experience will lead you and your team to safety. Flight time to success will depend on you. So please take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe to my podcast now. Thank you for choosing the Octavius Gould experience. Enjoy your flight in 2023.